welcome to Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host, Tay.
So, today we'll be talking about managing pressure and coping with expectations. So we'll talk about dealing with those things when it comes to coaches, teammates, fans, family. So first we'll start with coaches. How do players manage pressure or cope with the expectations from coaches?
It's all about how they how they receive it for the most part. Understand what he wants out of you, what he expects out of you, but still have expectations for yourself. If he asks for this, try to push yourself, but just try to exceed what he expects from you. That's what I would do.
So for you, you feel like if I expect more from myself in totality, then I'll of course meet the coach's expectations. So on the back end of that, does that not add more pressure to myself personally if because I'm asking for clarification, am I pushing myself, to a point where it's too much because I'm trying to make sure I exceed everyone's expectations?
Mm-hmm. I can only speak for me.
That's what I think too. That we might get different.
I can only speak for me.
For sure.
I always try to exceed whatever was expected out of me.
Did you feel pressured though?
No.
So like, how do you cope with having such high expectations for yourself?
The way we was raised, I feel like I was built for it. Especially the way we was raised, what we came up in, so it was foundation. See,
Your foundation helped you.
Especially with the fans I played in front of. Man goes, hey, if I keep you quiet all night, yeah, I won.
For sure.
I won. So, and I liked it. I like the challenge.
So, and I want to ask you this too, because you speak this. When it comes to managing the pressure of trying to get playing time, what is that like?
What I just did. You feel like you're doing everything right, you still don't get to play. But
let's go back. Yeah. Let's go back to Tay that is watching these guys playing the game, and he knows he can play alongside these guys, if not do better than some of these guys. How does he feel every day going to practice, working out, doing everything they do to not play?
Like, you want to know what I think now, or
how did you feel then? How did you cope? How did you manage that? Because again, we're trying to help guide these people that are in those situations. So, what were some of the things that? So first off, how did you feel? And then how did you deal with those feelings? How did you figure out how to not get burned out, or when you did get burned out, fight through that? How did you figure out how to work your way through that and get to the floor?
In that moment, I knew how I felt. I was like, I can play with them talent wise. I can play with y'all. But what I didn't at that age, what I didn't know now, I wasn't there to handle those moments. We put us in a scenario, we down one and only got like 8 seconds, we gotta get the ball up court and they got two best scorers. I wouldn't know what to do in those moments. Looking back on it now. But in those moments, talent wise, I could play with them and how I dealt with it, I get to practice against y'all every day. I ain't gonna get to play the game, but at practice, this is my game. So,
But how do you mentally deal with that? Because like reality though, well, I guess it is how you deal. I guess it is how you deal. You just kind of took what you were given.
Yep.
You took what you were given, which was those practice moments.
And when I had a good day, they heard about it.
And I don't know, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying now. Like
you just asked like how
that's how you cope.
That's how
mentally, you kind of you change a situation that could have been negative to a positive and saw those practice moments as your game day opportunities. Every day I put this practice jersey on as my day because your point of view is the person that you have to impress right now isn't fans, it's the coach. You know what I mean? So yeah, every day is your game day. Every day you go to practice is game day because I got to impress this man. I get that.
That's my game day.
I get that. I can see that.
And then like I always feel, man, those practices when I wasn't getting to play freshman year or sophomore, really wasn't playing. Man, some of the best practices. They were better than the game to me.
Wow. Are you saying that looking back, or you felt like that then too?
Looking back. And praying out, I can't stand y'all. Better than you and you.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So like, so how did you cope with that? So to cope with not getting the playing time, it was let me change my mindset, use the time I got. How did you deal with those feelings of like emotion about the situation? I mean, because you still got to be a great teammate to these guys.
Yeah, it was, and that was easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I say everybody fairly got along well, so that was easy. It was just in practice. We don't like nobody.
Right.
You're not on my team. I ain't even trying to get it. You have to remember who was on those teams back then. So
correct.
Yeah. So, but outside of that, man, everybody was cool. From my senior, the people that were seniors my freshman year, man, it was. But those practices, yeah.
Best ones looking back.
Yeah, by far.
Why? Because you had to fight.
I had some good days, had a lot of bad ones. But, it built me. Looking back now, I feel like it made me better for,
your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started looking back, my freshman year, my sophomore year, definitely better practices than my junior and senior. But I also say that I feel like if you do what you set out to do as a freshman, that it should be easier or it should feel different when you're a junior or senior. Practice shouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be that same grit and grind. It should be where you are the ones that were watching you grind. You know what I mean? So if you do your job, then, of course it'll be different. But again, I think, like you said, to work to get there. But that's what makes a great athlete. Wanting to work to get there. Wanting to learn how to manage that pressure and cope with those expectations so you can get out there and be successful and you know what I'm saying, become that player.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point. So you get to the point where you're playing, and you know we get to the point where you know it's our 11th grade year, 12th grade year where more looked upon, rather, for leadership, stuff like that. So how do you manage the expectations of you on the floor? So you know now we're playing. We are an intricate role. We got an intricate role on the roster. How do you deal with that?
I've been prepared for it, so I felt.
Yeah.
I got to watch some good guys in front of me.
Sure.
They play different styles. So like I feel like I was prepared for it. And, like I had a dude beside me. I know he's gonna give me 28. Like just having that comfort, like I'm getting 28. You know, out of him 25 at least. But I really built for it. I feel like I just, especially my junior year when I was healthy. Senior year I can't brag on too much.
Hey, you probably in junior year. I get it. You was probably in junior year. You was on ball, defense, good, good point guard, good tempo setter, pusher. And like you said, we was prepared by some good people. Like for me, my freshman year, I played with Becca, and that was amazing.
Good bump.
Yeah, I know that. When it comes to footwork, um, my fundamental principles, that's definitely homage to her.
If they know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
You know.
Then my she was on the team my freshman year too, but she really taught me more things her senior year. Daisha Cola.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Jada were seniors the same year. And
man, y'all had some team.
yeah, you know, so we had some rosters. And even before that, you had Sean Quest, India, and them that we watched win. You know, and Jalen was on that team too.
Win.
We watched them win. You know what I mean? So we had some good role models before us. Mm-hmm. But again, though, that's one thing. But when it comes to now, it's your job to be one of them. Mm-hmm. How do you deal with that?
Lean on what you was taught.
And what's that?
You got however you perceive it. I can't speak like I said. Speak to me.
Right. And I'm asking you.
But lean on what you was taught. What you watch. Not just games, but the practices and, you know, how to deal with different personalities and stuff like that. I'm a very observant person, so just how things work and all that. But I played with some good dudes, so stepping into that starting role, I feel like I was ready for it.
Yeah, and I'll say, like, some things that I learned from mine. For one, I always had like a strong pregame ritual. I always had to do the same thing.
What was your pregame ritual?
Like me and Zayda, we always had we had different pregames, but we definitely had it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. Mine was a little more simple. Mine was just come in, get ready. Mm-hmm. As soon as I put them headphones on, put my headphones on, and go out there and just make sure I get in the zone. I had certain moves and stuff I made sure I worked on, felt comfy with. Even on the coaching, I even have a pregame ritual.
What's that?
So of course, the regular stuff like the music and all that stuff. But during the anthem, always on the very last part, I inhale very, very, very deep. I just can't go. And I let it out. And after it's out,
how we did it. Start or shoot. Excuse me. Start or shoot. I don't want to shoot. I was the only starter who would never shoot. I would go guard our best offensive player.
Why? Why is such a ritual like?
It gives me boost. Because I know what I want to do. I want to play defense. I like playing defense. That's fun to me.
What makes you so defensive oriented that you almost to the point where you don't care about defense?
I don't.
But okay, so I probably feels like though it may have been easier for you to manage with stuff because producing when you got to that point, producing points necessarily wasn't your role. If you got your 10 plus assists, that's great, right? But at the same time, speaking on the roster that you were on, if you didn't, the outcome can still lean in y'all's favor. So do you feel like that helped lessen the pressure because you had such a strong system?
2 years on the bench. And that, I noticed they kind of got me more playing time. Because it wasn't necessary for me to go look to score. I came up behind Ishmael, Jacob, got the bum my senior year. Go back to middle school, I had Deshaun. I played with some good scorers.
And Ishmael, people really sleep on him. He was a buddy.
Scoring wasn't necessary. I remember I was at Ripley too.
But that's what I'm saying. You watch so many scores.
I get it. Everybody likes it. Okay. I'm gonna do it my way. Favorite player, Rondo.
And Rondo will get buckets though.
What is he known as? A grade 4 general.
Correct. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he also...
But he
also averages a decent amount of points, though. He averages a decent amount of points. That's what I'm saying. You was cool with 4 points if
I had 4 points and I had 12, 13 assists.
Okay, so on the back end, do you feel like the scores put more pressure on ourselves, or is the pressure put on us?
Yes. Y'all overthink it too much.
How? Who's gonna score?
I didn't mean to say overthink. Y'all force too much.
Okay, I think you're getting a little tense.
Yes. Force too much. I understand. You can get to your jab, step back, all that. I understand that. But you just wasted so much energy. Give it here. Run what I say run. You still get points.
So I feel like that's your issue. Yes. No, you want to control.
No. When I want to, I'll let you get. If you cooking, go ahead. But you done came down, shot 4, and made 1. No, give it here. Slow up.
I understand that. I understand that.
No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't.
But at the same time, when I give it back to you, right, but I'm gonna help you. But when I give it back, I'm still expecting you to give it back.
Everything.
Where else is it gonna go?
As scores, y'all don't understand how much attention y'all draw.
You're welcome. That way,
when
we give it to you,
y'all don't.
When we give it to you, all you have to do when it touches your hands is touching you for a reason, baby. Mm-hmm. Shoot that thing. Mm-hmm. Make that layup. Mm-hmm. Whatever your role is, as the less attention getter. Mm-hmm. Just don't blow that, please.
Okay, and if I do?
And a lot, and hold on, I was just saying now. And I think back to when I was that player that all I had to do was simply catch the dump down and make a layup.
It was 4 years, Jada.
Huh? And, it might have slipped my hands and hit me, or it might have went out of bounds. I might have missed a layup. You know what I'm saying? Where my freshman year, because my freshman year I had to learn how to play with that. Mm-hmm. I remember practices looking for a rebound. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was you know what I'm saying? And learning to watch, you know what I'm saying? Watch. Mm-hmm. Having to learn that and stuff like that. So that was a horrible feeling at the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you and we tend to forget that feeling. Yeah. We tend to forget that feeling. Mm-hmm. We do.
And then in those moments, my one missed layup cost us the game, but you missed 16 shots tonight. Missed 5 free throws, got 4 turnovers. Coach ain't said nothing to you, but I missed 1 layup, he chewing me out.
Okay, so
that's
now we're getting it out. So how did you deal with that? Now you're talking. How did you deal with that?
Give me the ball. I'm finna run what I want to run. There's 4 more people out here besides you that hadn't touched the ball too in those positions.
Okay, then now let's get on teammates then. Mm-hmm. So we talking the strongest link and the weaker links, or the scorer and the non-scorer or whatever, however you want to sway it. So when it comes to that, who has to manage more pressure? The strong link that's the main scorer, or the role player that isn't?
The role player that isn't.
I agree. Before you,
the main scorer is the main scorer. We know what you're here for. Everybody in this gym, that's their guy. Hey. So, but for us, we have to rebound, defend.
We do too.
Yeah. And I got to defend is hard though. Yeah.
You ain't really upset.
I am.
You're a very anti-scorer.
No, okay? No, I'm not. It's just.
But go ahead.
I feel like we have more responsibility because your responsibility is the main job. Yeah. We have to score, but what you don't understand, if you miss an assignment because you reaching, I gotta slide over and cover your man, and then I slide over and try to take a charge. That's a block on me. Now it's my fault. Quit reaching. Coach ain't say nothing about you reaching. Coach ain't saying nothing about you having your hands down. No.
Okay, well let me ask you this. So let's say this ain't hypothetical. This is real. Mm-hmm. You pay all the bills to keep this thing running, right? You pay all the bills. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's say Easton is a little older. Now let's say he's like 14, 15. Okay. Well, his role is simple. Since I keep the lights on, the air going, you take a shower, You don't go to school naked.
Mm-hmm.
Since I do the main thing, all I need you to do is the back end stuff. Make sure the house clean. Make sure the clothes I bought all of us is clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Old school stuff. Make sure it's everything. Appreciate this stuff that we have.
That's all I have.
Because it's worked for. Okay. If Easton forgets to wash some clothes,
Mm-hmm.
or if Easton forgets to wash the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
Easton forgets to sweep this floor, we can bounce back from that. Because when I get here, sweep this up, do the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
wash these clothes. You don't pay these bills. Ain't no dishes to wash. Ain't no floor to sweep. Ain't no clothes to wash. Keep the ones we got, and we just gonna work through them till we figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I say that to say, if the main thing ain't getting done,
Mm-hmm.
the little things don't really matter here. Let's be real. We can be the best, because yes, defense wins games. Put 5 of you on the floor with the same defensive mindset but let me rephrase it, because you can score, you just choose not to. But we just defensive minded. Ain't no identity here. Ain't nobody a bucket. We just a bunch of Dennis Rodmans out here. We a bunch of, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're not winning. We're not winning. In the long run, we're not winning. You got to have,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, the game gotta end with points on the board.
And I'm not knocking it. I'm not.
So I say, even though I agree, I feel like let me recant my answer. I don't agree with you. I don't agree. I feel like there's more pressure
Mm-hmm.
on the scorer,
Mm-hmm.
but they learned how to cope with those expectations better.
Mm-hmm.
Those players that aren't the main scorer haven't learned how to manage that pressure yet or cope yet. Most of them are normally younger players. Now, are there some older ones that just don't get it together? Yeah. But mainly those are your younger players that haven't got to that point yet. You know what I mean? Or maybe the pressure's the same, and again, this one know how to cope, and that one don't.
We just from 2 different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah,
you know, and that's okay.
It's the understanding.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But my main job, I just wanted to make it just easier. You ain't gotta force nothing. I want your average just a little better. I don't care about your points going up. You say you shot 47% from the field last year. I want to get you 50.
You want me to take smarter shots? Get me easier buckets.
That's it.
But see, now I'll say that.
That's it.
Because what I'm saying is I'm not knocking your type of player, because as a scorer, that's a beauty to have. I would love to play with you because I know you're looking for me. And for a scorer, I love to be looked for. You know what I mean? So I would enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just also feel like it's a lot of pressure when it comes to that.
I mean, your job is, it's the main thing. Everybody looking on you. You got all that on you.
Yeah, because like I said in Ripley, imagine Becca leaves.
Yeah, you got it.
Stacia leaves. Jada leaves. Now they looking at me and Zayla like, okay. And now, don't get me wrong, we've been contributing throughout the years.
Yeah.
Like the year before Jalen and them left, we went to state, we contributed, we hit the flow, you know what I'm saying? So, but after they left, it was like, hey, it's on you now. What you look to them for,
That's your job.
that's your job.
So, flip it. You said that's your job now. Stepping into that, what was that like?
Looking back on it,
Yep.
first off, to some of my teammates, looking back on it, I want to say I'm sorry. Because to some of them, there's gonna be a split opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have the same split opinion of the ones before me. Because do I appreciate all the lessons that you taught me? Yes. But sometimes your passion and your sense of urgency that I didn't understand as a freshman or a sophomore, coming from a person that your time is running out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand that. So some of the ways they taught the lessons in those aggressive manners, you know what I'm saying? Out of passion though, again, out of passion at the time. And a sense of urgency. For me, that put a lot of pressure on me as a younger teammate. That hey, cause see, our freshman year, I think Zayda got the luxury. She started.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. My freshman year, I didn't. I was 6th man.
Yeah, you still played.
Yeah, but my thing is that was a lot of pressure for me because same as you, I felt like I could be out here too. Especially if I'm seeing someone my same age, just thinking as a kid, seeing someone my same age on the floor too, you know what I'm saying? And when I got out there, it was a lot of pressure in my mind on myself to do good. Because thinking back on it, it's been a long time since I even thought back on being nervous to hear the horn go off.
No, with that pregame jitters.
No. When you for a sub. I'm like, oh my God, is it for me? I'm finna get out. Dang, bro, I'm finna get out. So it's a lot of pressure coming in off the bench. It really is. But the flip side though, the pressure to maintain the ship and keep it sailing, that's a lot too.
You got to walk in there. You was built for it.
Thanks.
You was played with that team. You was 6 men, so
yeah, that's a tough roster. And even man, Martavia. We had Martavia. We had Maya. Like people sleep on her. Great shooter.
yeah, team.
Yeah, man. Madison Moore was a point guard like you. So Sean Quest was more like you, but unlike you, she didn't mind getting a bucket.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can score. It's just
She would score though.
yeah. Like really, just went out before the game. He one of the main scorers having trouble that night. Okay, then. Got a little score, and then it'll open up the offense. And then some games I realized, like, man, if I do score more, it do the offense flow a little better.
Yeah. It spreads the floor more when you're a threat to score too.
Mm.
But anyway, that's a conversation we have later. But so when it comes to fans and the community, not we'll speak family in a minute, but just fans, community. How do you manage the pressure from them? How do you cope with their expectations?
My story a little different from yours. So I had 2 years on the bench. I feel like we had the best fans in the world. Ain't nothing on me. All I gotta do is show up, clap, and cheer these guys. And man, what? If we blowing somebody out, I might get in. And that's cool. Then you gotta feel them shoes.
Yeah.
You hear more.
Yeah.
Everything on you. Ooh.
Yeah, you hear on you because your name in it.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm built for it. Now I look back like, dang, I see why they. It was like, oh, I see why. Yeah, it makes sense now. it makes sense.
Like, our fans, first off, y'all don't have the best ones. We do. That's number one. That's our top. And you think just because they show some decorum about themselves. But anyway, that's not the point. That's neither here nor there. Hey.
You know what it's like playing in that den.
And I know what it's like playing in the real den, in the tiger den. I know what it's like playing in the tiger den. I don't know nothing. What is it? Cougar den? Yeah, the baby cougar den. I don't know. Yeah, but the tiger den for sure.
I'm getting disrespectful now.
I'm just explaining which den I played in.
Yeah.
But my thing is with our fans, like after the game, as you make your way to your family, like you're gonna have 15 reviews of your game. Then you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 15 people talk to you and replay the game with you as soon as you get out the locker room. You know what I mean? And I like sometimes I be jealous that we didn't have social media like we do now, because I feel like our lives possibly would have been different because it would have been easier for us smaller town kids to be seen. But at the same time, I'm thankful because if that was on my mental like it was when I put my head on the pillow after the game, those 15 people and what they say I need to work on, and me thinking about how to integrate my game and make my game better, and then trying to throw away the ones that are like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, just forget that. And then your folks, which we get on that in a minute, they're going to give you a spin too. So laying my head on my pillow and trying to deal with all that, I can't imagine kids now that have to lay their head on the pillow and deal with how easily fans or the community can reach them with their thoughts or their ideas or their critiques.
You see it. Like, I get what you're saying with that. Wish we had social media. We did. We just didn't use it to what they use it as now.
Yeah, like the thing that was popping with us, like if you had like yeah, the internet had just got started. Like you know, if you had like a mixtape, and like but the internet was more something you had to like now it's like right there in the palm of your hands. All the answers like you had to go searching and looking for what you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Came up in the early stages of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's easier to get seen. It's also easier to get destroyed in a way. Destroy your confidence, mental, because everybody criticizes everything now. Everybody got an opinion. So I'm really glad we didn't have it, because now everybody got an opinion, and I feel like that's what kids all they want. I just want to highlight. I just want to be seen. I'm glad. Like, I came in right before it got.
I've been watching bro, I just watched it yesterday. OTE. I'm watching OTE, and like this, like number one, I wanted to mention this because like, bro, I was thinking to us doing this episode and just thinking about this man's journey. When I first started watching OTE, Eli Ellis was just getting there, wet behind the ears. He was like a white guy, shooter.
Yeah.
No job, come in here, shoot. And again, I think he helps me answer my question a little more about who deals with more pressure. I think that they both deal with kind of the same amount as whether it's a role player or a scorer, because when he was a role player, like they was coming at him, miss a three if you want to, because your job is to come in here and make them.
Yes, because and then you gotta think, like when it comes to like outside the main scorer, you're put in such a box. So when your job is not executed,
and like fans would tear him apart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fans would tear him apart. And even when it comes to the show, you know, they would, you know, show where fans or teammates or coaches would say something to him about that. You know what I mean? And going on to now, the further seasons, man, he was that guy. Do you hear me? That guy.
So it's
and he took off when it came to social media, but when it comes to that, now when it comes to fans though, I think the pressure is, you get more pressure from fans when you become a scorer. I think that's different. You don't get more, because you're coaching your teammates, that's supposed to be your family. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be locked in.
Yeah.
So when it comes to whether you a role player or a scorer, y'all supposed to be locked in. You shouldn't feel no extra pressure there anyway. But you definitely get extra pressure from fans when you the scorer. Yeah. And that's what I think the difference is. Fans expect a lot more out of you.
They do. But you like,
they don't care if you're a scorer. They don't care if you go out there and play defense. They don't care if you go out there and get no rebounds. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's the flip end of it. Like we said, like the person that rebound, yeah, we expect you to go and rebound on this. Or if you're the corner shooter, when you get it in the corner, hit it. Yeah. But when it comes to the main scorer, I can go out here and since I'm not scoring tonight, like I'm struggling from the field, I'm gonna make sure I play some solid defense, get some good rebounds, have some hustle plays. But at the end of the day, when the horn go off, you're going to discuss the fact that I averaged this and I didn't have it. And don't let us lose.
Yeah, but for one girl like me, I see that. Or you had an off night, but hey, you been locking up, so.
But we're talking fans, though. Yeah. How do you do with fans? Because there are so many fans that don't watch the game like we do. They're not going to see that. They're going to see the stats. There's so many fans that won't even watch the game and will just see the stats and tear you apart. How do you deal with that?
That's something I can't answer that, Jada. That's never me. I can't answer something I don't know about.
Yeah, you're right. I'll say
that is for you.
I'll say that for one, you gotta have peace of mind in the fact that you know real basketball.
Yeah.
You gotta have peace of mind in the fact that, like you said, your teammates, if they know basketball and they know you, they know that you did everything that you could, despite not being able to get those points tonight. I gave you everything I had.
Yeah.
And your coaches know that you gotta have solace in the fact that the ones that really rock with you know you did all you could. And understand that there are so many people that swear they have a basketball degree that couldn't hold water to you, that don't know what they're talking about. And you gotta move forward. And look and I'll say that don't go putting extra pressure idea. Don't go putting extra pressure on yourself if you have a bad game to have an extraordinary game the next one.
Yeah, man, listen.
Because then you'll catch yourself slumping.
Not if you play with a guy like me.
We know point guard.
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, like, it's one game.
Yeah, but
it's one game. That's why I say the scores y'all overthink. Because when y'all have that one game, y'all want to come out the next game, y'all want to shoot 7 for 7 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
No.
Like
how about we go 3 for 3? Okay. That's 6. That's just off layups.
You be a good teammate for the mental.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's easy playing with a guy like me. I want to see you win.
But I think that's the beauty in you, though, for real.
It's rare.
I was just gonna say that's rare. So, speaking of wanting to see you win, your family. Sometimes they want to see you win so bad, they add on to the pressure. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with the family pressure when it comes to you playing these sports?
Listen, I got blessed with athleticism. Because my family, they supported me. I love y'all, they have a great support system. But when it comes to playing, y'all can't hold water to me. And great, amazing, supportive, but y'all just talking. Next. Bruh, no. I don't care what y'all say, no. Y'all can't hold water to me. Now my younger cousins, absolutely. Yeah, that'll been fun. Me and they prime versus they prime, but the older ones, man, listen. I seen y'all pictures. Y'all really went studying sports back then. You in Mississippi. Y'all can't hold water to me. Talk y'all talk. I ain't heard nothing.
Well, for me, I was definitely the flip side. Like, my mom was going to let me know what I shoulda, coulda, and need to do. And I don't know, I've always been like her in the sense of chasing perfection. So, like I said, I think I would analyze everyone's reviews and separate the good from the bad. Like you said, now I would sift out the bad. Because again, there are the ones that can't hold water. Gotta shift them out. But the thing is, with my mom, she been watching basketball since I decided to pick up one. You know what I'm saying? Most coaches that are the best wasn't the best player because they learned the game from a different viewpoint.
Most coaches are point guards.
So with her sitting there and being able to watch and this and third, but again, that's not to say that it didn't add to the pressure, wanting to take her critiques and improve on them, or um, dealing with the bad timing sometimes. Like, bro, I just had a bad game. I just dealt with the 15 reviews of these fans. I get in the family vehicle, close the door.
Boom. Just trust me. I know.
You know what I mean? And here it is again, all the way to, you know what I mean? So,
and don't get me wrong. When I say the ones that couldn't hold water in me, that's the ones that's been with me, that immediate family.
Yeah.
I got older cousins that were good, but I'm talking about immediate family. But I ain't running from them either. Anyways, but like, yeah, my family was like that. They gonna talk that talk. You should have did this. You should have did that. Line it up. Go get your shoes. We'll talk after.
Show me,
please.
At this point, so let's say that the advice for family from now on. Mm-hmm. Let's try some open-ended questions for our family members. If they come to you and start telling you what you should have done or could have done or need to do, put your shoes on and come out here one-on-one. Now, live ball, check up. And show me. I'm a visual learner anyway. Show me what I need to do. Mm-hmm. And we'll go from there. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Because opening the answer, if you get out here and them knees start popping like when you were stretching, then it's time to cut it and leave me be.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? So show me.
We discussed how you manage pressure or cope with expectations from coaches, teammates, fans, the community, your family. And gave some ways that we dealt, some ways that hopefully we feel like you can, use to help you in the future, implement into your life. But at the end of the day, whether you are a role player, a scorer, a coach, a fan, a parent, take the time to understand each other's viewpoints and learn how to better support each other so we can lessen pressure for one and be able to manage the pressure we deal with.
Absolutely. And another thing to add on to it, our tone.
For sure.
Tone is, as I've gotten older and realized, that's the most perceived thing in conversations.
Yeah.
The tone. Let's work on tone.
Yeah. Communicate.
Working on tone.
Properly. Across the board.
Both sides.
For sure. So, we, again, thank you for joining us on Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where we make mental health intersect with those sports. I'm your host, Jada.
I'm your co-host, Tay.
For sure.